So we are back for another episode of NBA 2K14, and you see the last episode as the Dallas Mavericks defeat the Memphis Grizzlies by 8 points, 106 to 98. Marc Gasol and Tayshaun Prince share with 15 points. On the other hand, for the Dallas Mavericks, 26 points and 6 assists for Dirk Nowitzki. Monte Ellis got 22 in a huge big win for Dallas Mavericks as they stay with the third seed. We check out the playoff picture right now in the Western Conference. Mavericks move in number 3 if the Lakers win today. Here we share tie with Dallas for the number 3rd spot. They will be clinched 3 seed because Lakers already won beat Mavericks back-to-back wins as the Lakers won season series 2-1. If depending right here because if the Clippers right here if the Clippers beat Spurs in a tiebreaker, actually there you see it right now. Spurs won the season series 2-1, so this would be have the chance to get in there. So this would be a wrap up here for the last game of the regular season. How huge, important for the playoff race. For the last game of the regular season here in San Antonio is going to be Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol, and Steve Nash of the Los Angeles Lakers take on Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker of the San Antonio Spurs. So for this game, the Lakers are going to use the purple and the Spurs are going to use the white. But for now on, we're going to send me out here, Kevin Harlan, in downtown San Antonio at the AT&T Center. But anyway, here we go. So let's get started. Enjoy. Here's what's at stake here. We'll be finding out for the playoff race in the West. Enjoy.
Hi and welcome. This is Damon Bruce and you're watching 2K Sports. Wednesday night in the NBA. It's the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the San Antonio Spurs. And that's all for now. Time to hand it over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. I'll be back with more at halftime.
Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And the guys checking out Tony Parker here. What can we expect?
You know, he's not the most flashy point guard out there, and you don't hear his name when people talk about the best point guards in the game, but I think Parker is one of the best in the business when it comes right down to it. He's able to do so many things out there for you, and just had a dominant season for the Spurs a year ago.
Steve, Parker's fearlessness going to the hoop is what makes him such a devastating player in crunch time. Often you'll see him go right into a bigger guy, take the contact, and still find a way to finish the play.
This game marks the end of a road trip for the Lakers. They're looking to snag one here before heading home. And this is a dangerous team, there's no doubt about it, with the Western Conference's 4th best record.
Well, it's hard not to like what they've been showing us lately. I mean, very solid basketball across the board. You can point to a lot of different areas where this team has been outstanding.
Well, that's why they've been winning so many games. I mean, they're well-rounded, they're efficient, they're getting the job done at both ends of the floor, and they seem to be clicking with one another, playing very well as a unit.
Now Nash. Ginobili missing from long range. Gasol kicks to Kobe. Shot is blocked. Leonard on the wing. From 17 feet out. And that is good. Leonard's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Spurs.
Well, Kawhi Leonard is a do-it-all type of player. I mean, defense, rebounding. His role on the Spurs hasn't been that of a big-time scorer. But he is efficient scoring the basketball. He's just the kind of player that helps you win games at a high level.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And for the Spurs, a team with plenty of scoring. You know, do you think Kawhi Leonard, as we kind of circle him here, could become a big-time scorer in the NBA?
I don't know, because it's a much different deal to play off of other people or being the center of attention yourself. And right now, Leonard is in a terrific position, playing off of Parker and Duncan and Ginobili.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
Now here's Ginobili. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Rockets in Houston. There's the bucket. Good.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play. You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
Here's Leonard following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Another one falls for San Antonio.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for them.
Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
It's no secret that Steve Nash is the motor for their offense, and I asked him how he planned to slow him down. He said there really is no way to stop Nash from going where he wants, and they'll just try to rotate well to recover when they get that ball flying around on the offensive end.
And thank you, Doris. And back to Popovich and the Spurs, he really makes a point of getting to know his players and have them get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He likes to have his players have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know that there are other things going on besides the NBA. In fact, back in 2012, he had the players watching the presidential debates together.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod. And then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here's Kooman, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle on the opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked really strong and together.
Yeah, and very aggressive, too, keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
Parker outside. Back to Ginobili. There's the three. Gets the bucket. Ginobili's got himself on the board with three there.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Kobe.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot. Where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish. He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel.
And San Antonio calls the first time. Out of the game. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, there's no doubt they played well enough to win that game. It truly could have gone either way, Clark.
Well, the lesson in this one is you can't just play well for 3.5 quarters and expect to win. I mean, they didn't close it out the way they should have. That's on them.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for King. Jamison comes in for Pau Gasol. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Nick Young. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kobe. And Mills kicks to Jackson. Traps in the tray.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Blake kicks to Jamison. Johnson. And the Lakers check on two more.
Well, I tell you what, Greg Popovich, a really impressive leader for the Spurs. He's able to keep all of his players locked into what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving. 5 years in the Air Force, and you know some of the leadership that he brings to his position was learned from his past experiences.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by San Antonio.
Good. Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
43 seconds left to play here in the first. A break. And again, it's San Antonio with a three. And Clark, you mentioned Bob's time at the Air Force Academy. That's where he got his start in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, 6 years as an assistant there, and was head coach at Pomona, an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors and the Spurs, and eventually moved into the front office in San Antonio. But wow, what an amazing run it's been for him. 17 years as the head coach of the Spurs.
Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
Yeah, we're still in the first half. I mean, the way this thing is going, this could turn into a wild one.
Outside for Jackson. And count it. Points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. That's going to send Steven Jackson to the line. Wesley Johnson picks one up. San Antonio shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. 8 seconds left to play in the first. Hit his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Tipped away, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Here's Jackson. An absolutely remarkable shot at the...
Doesn't get any better than that, fellas. Woo! The definition of much in the clutch.
He wasn't going to let anyone else take that shot. He wanted that ball.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's San Antonio. They're up by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for San Antonio?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
We've got Green. Matt Bonner is out there with Boris Diaw. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Mills in at the 1 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Well, since the new CBA, the league has made the luxury tax much more punitive. But certainly the Lakers blessed with the financial wherewithal to be a tax-paying team. The problem is it can hurt your flexibility under the new rules just to make deals, and that's going to be the challenge for LA.
Here's Farmar after the made shot from Bellinelli. And the basket by Stevenson. Stevenson's got his first basket of the night.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Dion, and it's good. Two contact, hits the shot, and go to the free throw line. You talk about the huge fan base for the Lakers, Clark, one of the marquee franchises certainly in the entire NBA.
I would even stretch that to all of sports, Kevin. The market and their finances clearly have helped them gain that stature, but you can't shortchange the organization, the people making the decisions. They've been a winner for a long time, and that's been the magic ingredient that's attracted fans, players, sponsors, the full package.
Here's Dion after the made shot from Young. Mills, defended by Farmar. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. Green. Spurs passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. And Dion gets it to go. The assist by Bellinelli. Diaw's got 5 points now this quarter.
Man, that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jumpers.
Boris Diaw from France, really a unique player. I mean, he came into the league, guys, as more of a playmaking small forward. Now he plays at the power forward spot, and he's still much more of a passer than he is a scorer.
Here's Green. After the made shot from Stevenson. The drive by Green, and it's good. And the Spurs lead by 8. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Clark, you mentioned Diaw's skill level. The biggest or most athletic guy, but, Steve, he's still effective.
He's really a great basketball player. What I mean by that, just he knows angles, he knows how to use his body to create passes and shots for himself. And defensively, he's very effective, particularly guarding the post because of his strength.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers.
And the buckets always coming in bunches for him. And right now, they are really rolling.
Ginobili kicks to Duncan. And that one's good. Duncan's got 10 points.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Now here's Kobe. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah.
And he gave great effort defensively as well, including a couple of blocked shots. Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Throw out the pick from Duncan. Parker dishes to Leonard. Ginobili. Splitter, defended by Kaman. Ginobili with the screen on Kaman. Use that pick to get in close.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint. And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
On the wing, Kobe. And he finishes it out with a one-handed jam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that Jefferson will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
San Antonio calls timeout, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win.
Now a chance to check out Nick Young here. Incredible last month for him. To see where he stands. First in field goal percentage. 5th in three-point shooting. And he's been quite an offensive threat, averaging enough points to put him in the top 20 in scoring.
I don't think we can overlook the fact that he's the top field goal percentage shooter in the league. I mean, lights out. That's really the only way to describe it. He doesn't miss much.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
You know, it seems to me Nick Young is a perfect guy to have coming off the bench because he's a volume shooter and scorer who can get hot in a hurry. And I think his best role is to play him kind of in a Jamal Crawford type role.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
You know, last game, guys, he shot very well from the stripe. Made a nice contribution there.
Yeah, he sure did. Turned in a really nice performance.
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
And they're able to recover. Splitter, that's good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Going back to Nick Young, Clark, mostly a scorer.
He sure is, Kevin, an athletic 6'7" wing. I don't think there's any reason he can't be a plus rebounder and defender, but it's clear that his focus primarily has been on the offensive end. Good. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Now here's Kaman. He's coming off a 16-point game against Utah.
I thought his rebounding was impressive as well, as he made some big boards, really helped out on the glass, helped his team out big time.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. It's going to send Manu Ginobili to the free throw line. They get Paul Gasol catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Hill comes in for Chris Kimball, and Antoine Jamison is subbed in for Nick Young. They'd love to get more of the the easiest 2 points possible, and on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Captain.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D, and I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Here's Ginobili. Antoine Jamison picking up that last bucket. Duncan, the pass to Ginobili. Nailed from three-point land. Ginobili's got 9.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
For 3, Kobe. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. And that's now 11 points for Kobe Bryant.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, it's a sequence right there. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
So, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
And that concludes the first half. Spurs lead by 12. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. Hello and welcome. With playoff seeds hanging in the balance, let's recap the first half for you. The Spurs are scorching hot in the first half. Their offense has been prolific, moving the ball, getting tons of shots, different looks, options everywhere, around the rim, downtown, mid-range. How do you want it? Tim Duncan getting pretty much everything he tries against Los Angeles. He has 12 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. And on the other hand, the Lakers are still alive. They're getting crushed on the glass. They better stiffen that upper lip, find a way to get it done. Nick Young has been tremendous in the first half. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court. Not too bad. And now let's go around the NBA to check out what's happening. The Grizzlies out at FedEx Forum, currently trailing to Dallas. A lot of ground to make up for them and not a lot of game left. And another game going on. Out at Target Center, the Timberwolves are ahead against Utah. Second half of basketball just getting started for them. And a look here at the other NBA action. The Houston Rockets in front against the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena. Second half of play, still anybody's game. And that'll be our report. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And welcome back. The Riverwalk, always a prime attraction here in San Antonio. An exceptional performance from Young.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Kaman. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt, and it's Young in at the 3 spot. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense. Well, Ginobili has a knack for taking charges defensively. Great anticipation skills, and he's really quick. He's a phenomenal athlete. So he beats his player to the spot, and then he's willing to take the contact.
But that's just part of the larger picture for Manu. I mean, he is just a winner on the basketball court. A terrific competitor. He does everything he can to help his team win and to give them an edge. Taking the charge, running down loose balls, hitting clutch shots. Whatever you need, he'll try to give it to you.
The Spurs have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
And, you know, I really think the hard work they've put in the offseason and so far this year, really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line.
Here's Duncan after the made shot from Young. Duncan with the bucket. About 1 minute played here in the second half.
Well, you know, Tim Duncan really is a coach on the floor, guys. He knows every play in their playbook, front to back, and positions 1 through 5. I think he could coach the team if he had to.
See how he used the rim to protect the ball perfectly from the defender on that reverse.
And finished off by Kamen.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the... fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
That was good. And for Duncan and the Spurs team, that continuity and veteran leadership, such a huge part of their success.
Well, when you have the same coach and the same core of star players over almost 2 decades, that's pretty remarkable. That continuity is exactly what gives the Spurs that sustained success that they've enjoyed for such a long period.
Timeout called the Lakers. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Seemed like they hit every big shot they had in that game. Kevin, their offense was clicking, but really clutch in big moments.
That's ideally the way you want it to unfold on the road, Steve. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into the game.
Steve Blake's checked in for the Lakers. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Parker with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio, and it's Connor Ginobili with the finish.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early on. Offense.
Lakers trailed by 19. Kobe kicks to Kamen. Back to Kobe. He dishes it to Gasol. And the pass to Kamen. Drops in the layup for 2. Kamen's got 6 points in the quarter.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
San Antonio calls timeout.
You know, even though he's getting up there in years, guys, Powell's effectiveness shouldn't really drop off much. He's a long, skilled player who doesn't play off the ground very much, and his versatility should help his longevity.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's a look at the two. Key leaderboard with the teams that have been money from the foul line since the All-Star break. Number 5, the Spurs.
Now, that break sure did them a lot of good because they have been locked in from the free throw line ever since.
Clark, you mentioned the versatility of Pau Gasol. Steve, it's really the defining quality of his game, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the ability to do so many things offensively as a big guy just really completes the team. Now you can run any kind of offense you want. And Pau, as a passer, as a scorer, as a shooter, has been one of the best in the game for the last decade.
Little turnaround. It's blocked by Diaw. Here's McGrady. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. McGrady's got 5 now.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Second half of playing with 3 minutes into the third here. To the paint, deflected. Diaw dishes the ball. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. Bonner's got his second basket.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace. He's got a nice soft touch with that floater and used it beautifully right there.
Into Diaw. Rejected by Young, but they recover it. McGrady passes to Mills. Mills gets the screen from Diaw. 6 to shoot. Here's Bonner. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Bonner's got 6 in the quarter.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
And the basket good.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Mills gets the screen from Bonner. And Mills kicks to Bonner. Young with the steal. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 19 points.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
McGrady, the feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And the Spurs lead by 21.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
You sure are. You got to come up with something. Double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting ridiculous.
Some changes for the Lakers. Green, guarded by Kobe. Pass to Leonard. Into Tim Duncan. He's up against Gasol. Duncan with the bucket. Duncan's got 16.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
They double-team Kobe. Johnson dishes to Gasol. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Gasol's got his second basket of the night. Spurs leading by 19. Outside, Green. Leonard on the wing. Feeds it to Duncan. Working on Gasol. 6 feet out. And it's San Antonio with another.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
Tries to hit him. Duncan with the block. Can't connect. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Spurs out in front, running away with it. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Down low it's Duncan and Splitter, and it's Parker in at the point. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here's Kobe, following the basket by Tim Duncan. Rejected by Duncan. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What an offensive performance it's been.
Green, the pass to Parker. Parker left side. And taken away by Johnson. On the wing, Kobe. He's covered by Leonard. On the arc. That's good from Johnson on the assist from Kobe. Kobe's got 6 assists here tonight.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Some changes for the Lakers. Antoine Jameson's checked in for Gasol. Young comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Nash in for Jordan Farmer.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them. A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Parker against Nash. That one goes. Count. 11 points for Tony Parker.
I like the way they play here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting with much better percentage. Gets it to go.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Green kicks to Parker. Now the feed to Duncan. And the Spurs scoring again.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
The Lakers making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Now, here's Nash. And Young, here we go. Here is Splitter, defended by Gasol. Leonard dishes to Parker. Ginobili. The outside leaner. Again, the Spurs good for two.
The leaner, only the guys with the sweetest of strokes can get that one off in traffic.
Kobe, the pass to Nash. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got his 7th assist in the game.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
And that one's good.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
Here's Ginobili. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That free throw good from Ginobili.
You know, you look at Ginobili, and he's slender and doesn't scream athleticism, but he is nimble, and nobody in the league is more of a contortionist going to the basket than Manu.
Kobe gets the bucket. San Antonio leading by 20. Duncan with the screen on Kobe. Ginobili kicks to Duncan. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Amount of Ginobili Clark, as you mentioned, an unconventional driver. Left-handed that throws guys off.
Yeah, it's kind of a herky-jerky type maneuver, but, you know, it's that side step. We call it the Euro step. It might as well be called the Manu step these days. James Harden copied it from Ginobili, but it's so hard to stay in front of him.
Splitter kicks to Leonard. Spurs passing it around. For three. Duncan misses. Lakers trail by 18. Now Young inside, and that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession, and the Lakers with some changes. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 18. We've got 1:13 left here in the fourth quarter. On defense, San Antonio. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Here's McGrady, and that one's on target from the wing. And the Spurs lead by 18.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Steve, I thought those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
Here's Meeks. Lots of room. Jump shot is good that time. Spurs have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. And Jackson gets it to go.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
And Meeks kicks to Blake. Passes to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Here's McGrady. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that'll wrap it up for Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching all season long. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Tim Duncan.
Okay, so the regular season is over as the San Antonio Spurs crushed the Los Angeles Lakers by 17, 103 to 86. Tim Duncan got 22 points, Nick Young got 23, Kobe Bryant 13, and Chris Kaman 10. Steve Nash only got scored 4 and 11 assists. At the other side for the Spurs, Manu Ginobili got 19, and a huge day for the Spurs as they take it to win over the Lakers. Clippers and the Blazers. Clippers trying to take it to the division, but no! The Blazers will win this game. They take out the Clippers while you need to click game instead of Clippers trying to clinch the division title. Again, Clippers and the Blazers and another lose for the Blazers. So it looks like they will be not allowed to go for the solo since this was I need to skipping for the throughout the playoffs. Again, Clippers and the Blazers for the third time. And there we go. Clippers win over the Blazers. And you see player rookie everything here. So we got the Suns and the Kings. Kings will win this game. Wizards and Celtics. Celtics will win this game. The Wizards will play it with playoffs. Bulls and the Bobcats. Bulls will win this game. And so we got, hold on. Let's check out here review box score. The Clippers beat the Blazers. Damian Lillard triple-double. CJ McCollum 25. Blake Griffin and Jamar Crawford 28. And CP3 didn't get triple-double. Kings beat the Suns. Carl Landry didn't get triple-double. Travis Vasquez is not also triple-double as double-double completion 17-11, Thornton 20, and Caron Butler 25. Wizards stun the Celtics by 4, 26-6 for Jeff Green. Brandon Beal got 21, and who's there? John Wall is not even get triple-double. And Bulls Bobcats, Bulls win. 35 points for Corey Maggette, Al Jefferson 23, Derrick Rose 36, 12, and 9, and Luol Deng along with Gibson scores combined. 26 points for Deng, Gibson's the 22. Nets and the Cavaliers, and Nets stay alive for the division title race. Sixers in the Heat, and the Heat will win over the Sixers. And let's see what's going on here. The Nets and the Cavaliers. Nets win here. Bynum 22, Bennett 18, Thompson 10 and 9, Johnson 24, Pierce 23, and Deron Williams 17 and 12. And we're keeping safe outside if the Knicks gonna keep it here tonight as the playoffs will be around it to wrap out. Sixers in the Heat, Dwayne Wade 22 and 9, LeBron 21 and 9, Ray Allen 13, Bosh 12 11, Young 15, and Turner 13. And now down to the last three here, we got the Raptors in the Knicks. And who else? And it's the Raptors! They will upset the New York Knicks and they will be denied. No! The Raptors will not get it as the Nets gonna win the division. Again, we're gonna try. Raptors and the Knicks and looks like again the Raptors, he does it doing. Wow! The Raptors won instead of Knicks. They win. They want to beat the division. Knicks and the Raptors, please do it again. Oh no! Okay, so the Knicks will win this game here by 30 points. 119-79. 40 points of not 30 points. 30 and 10 for Carmelo Anthony and Larry got 27. J.R. Smith got 19. As the Knicks clinched division, the last two games through with Pacers and Magic. Magic will win this game by 6. And last but not least, the Warriors and the Nuggets, and the Warriors win. And so far, we're going to check out here to see what's going on in so many rosters. I'm going to skip it away here. So far, as you can see, Trey Burke wins the Rookie of the Year. And boom, there we go. As you see here, the Lakers' best division record with the finishers. Let's check out here the MVP. Knicks will also finish division. Knicks in the playoffs. So now, check out some stats here today for the most valuable player. Most valuable player, it is Kevin Durant. His points are 34.5 points percentage, 6.1 rebounds, 5.6 assists, 1.5 steals, 1.6 blocks. Field goal percentage was 593. Free throw percentage 986 and 3 points percentage 566. Rookie of the Year Trey Burke 19.8 for points, 3.4 rebounds, 7.1 assists, 1.1 steals, 0.1 block, 523 field goal percentage, 909 free throw percentage, 476 3-point percentage. 6 minutes of the air, Gordon Hayward with 10.6 points, 4.2 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.5 blocks, 491 free goal percentage, 984 free throw percentage, 3-point percentage for 368. Defensive player of the year, Anthony Davis, 17.3 points, 9.5 rebounds, 6.9 assists, 1.7 steals, 2.0 blocks, 549 free throw percentage, 986 free throw percentage, and 3-point percentage for 333. Most improved player, 20.3 points, 4.9 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 7.6, 1.5 blocks, 1.6 steals, 560 free goals, 987 free throw percentage, and 502 3-point percentage for Jeremy Lin. And the coach of the year is not Eric Spoelstra. It is Kevin McHale. So Kevin McHale will get to 62-20. You see right now, the year 4, 1 division, 1 conference, 3rd power rankings, 66 overall, 81 of offense overall, and defense overall. Moving on to the All-NBA first team, we got the All-NBA first team here. We got Derrick Rose, Kyle Lowry, Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki, and Dwight Howard. For All-Second NBA team, we got Jason Richardson, Stephen Curry, and Paul Millsap, Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee. For the All-NBA third team, we got John Wall, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, Carmelo Anthony, and Marc Gasol. For All-Defensive first team, we got Kyle Lowry, John Wall, Anthony Davis, Dirk Nowitzki, and Marc Gasol. Defensive second team, Jason Richardson, Paul George, Paul Millsap, Kevin Love, Al Horford. All-Rookie first team, Trey Burke, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nerlens Noel, Otto Porter, Michael Carter-Williams. And last but not least, All-Rookie second team, CJ McCollum, Victor Oladipo, Cody Zeller, Anthony Bennett. Ben McLemore right here. So we're going to wrap up here and exit for it. And here we are now. The NBA playoffs is now official, is underway here. And looks like this would be a good one here. The road to the NBA playoffs will begin this coming up. That should be a fun. The road to the playoffs right here. You see right now the Rockets and the Series. Check out some other field box score here. What's going on here? Let's check out some field box score here right now. Magic beat the Pacers. Victor Oladipo 21 points, 23 assists. Jameer Nelson 20. Roy Hibbert got 27. 8 rebounds, and Paul George 19 points, 8 rebounds. And the other side, the Warriors beat the Nuggets. Wilson Chandler 22, Stephen Curry 29, David Lee 19 and 9, Klay Thompson 17 and 10, Andrew Bogut and Andre Iguodala got 16 points. And now it looks like the NBA playoffs will officially underway here. As you can see, the playoff pictures look like. So the first matchup here, you see we got the Memphis Grizzlies take on the Houston Rockets, the Southwest rivalry. Marc Gasol and Michael Conley take on Dwight Howard, James Harden. The other side, the rematch of the first round from last season. San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Lakers. It's going to be Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker take on Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, and Pau Gasol. That could be another rivalry here heated up. Third matchup, that should be a knot in real life between Luka Doncic and Kawhi Leonard. It's Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers take on Dirk Nowitzki and Monte Ellis of the Dallas Mavericks. And then last in the Western Conference quarterfinals matchup, that will be another highly matchup. In real life, that is not the 2016 Western Conference Finals. It was the first round in 2014. We got Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson of the Splash Brothers of the Golden State Warriors take on Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder. That should be another tight one. On the Eastern Conference side, we got Orlando Magic, the 8th seed, take on the number 1 seed Miami Heat. That would be a battle of Florida. The South Beach Showdown featuring Victor Oladipo take on the Big 3 Miami Heat, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. And the other side, the rematch of the Eastern Conference semifinals from last season, and the rivalry are heated up once again. It's Paul George and Danny Granger of the Indiana Pacers take on the losing record of the Atlantic Division title is New York Knicks, led by Carmelo Anthony and J.R. Smith. And the next one is 6-3 matchup in the Eastern Conference. We got John Wall, Bradley Beal, and Otto Porter Jr. of the young rookie and rise of the Washington Wizards take on Josh Smith, Brandon Jennings, and Brandon Knight of the... it's not Brandon Knight. Josh Smith, Brandon Jennings and Rep Hamilton of the Detroit Pistons, the 3 seed, and last but not least, the Paul Millsap, Jeff Teague, and Al Horford of the Atlanta Hawks take on Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah of the Chicago Bulls. So it looks like the NBA playoffs will officially begin. So this would be a road to the playoffs, but the start began here. Reminder tonight, and our next first matchup, not Washington, Detroit. So 1 o'clock begin on ABC. A reminder, ABC, which should be a skip. That is not a good one here. That should be a good one here. So let's check out the final. Let's see the final score leaders. The season set league leaders belongs to Kevin Durant, becoming MVP. And the team season right here. Check out the final league history and season awards belongs to Kevin Durant and Rookie of the Year. See what's going on here. So it looks like it's good to go. And Kevin McHale, wow, the glitch. The glitch, the coach of the year, belongs to Kevin McHale. So this right now, this glitch is the bug. League leaders right here, as you can see, Kevin Durant is the 34.5 points per game. The rebounds point game was Anthony Davis 9.4. Assist point game for 9.8 Kyle Lowry. Steals per game for Kemba Walker 2.0. Blocks per game for Kyle Lowry 2.4. And minutes per game is John Wall 3.36. So that should be interesting right now. The road to the playoffs right here. The playoff field is ready to begin here. And it will be reminder will begin here at 1 to beat the Pacers and the Knicks. And then the next is the Atlanta, Chicago. And the other side, that should Mike Tirico may face Memphis, Houston, and then Golden State, Oklahoma City. And then tomorrow that could be, actually it's not. So even instead of that, we're going to be Clippers, Mavericks, and Warriors Thunder. That would be our playoff fields. It's gonna be on the line here. So that was a road to the first round series. And then now the ABC here with Memphis, Houston. In Memphis, Houston will have a TNT. San Antonio, LA will have an ABC game. And then we see Washington, Detroit, TNT. Actually, it's not. So Washington, Detroit, 1 p.m. is TNT. And then San Antonio, LA will be on ESPN, ABC, and then Memphis, Orlando, Miami on TNT, and then Memphis, Houston on TNT. So then right here is gonna be road to the playoffs right now. That will be a wrap up here today. The road to the playoffs will begin. It heated up tonight. The playoffs will feel today. This should be a road to the finals right now. Gonna be finished. So the playoff pay-per-view matchup here, see we got the number 8 seed take on number 1 in the Western Conference. That's the 8 seed Memphis Grizzlies take on number 1 seed Houston Rockets, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley take on Dwight Howard, James Harden. The next matchup, the 5-4 in the West, we got the 5 seed San Antonio Spurs take on the 4 seed Los Angeles Lakers. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker take on Kobe Bryant, Paul Gasol, and Steve Nash. Next is 6-3 in the Western Conference. Heads to American Airlines Center. The 6 seed Los Angeles Clippers take on the 3 seed Dallas Mavericks. That will be a good one here between Chris Paul and Blake Griffin take on Dirk Nowitzki and Monte Ellis. And the last one, 7-2 matchup in the Western Conference. That would be a highly matchup because the Warriors are annoying CPU. It is going to be the 7 seed Golden State Warriors take on the 2 seed Oklahoma City Thunder. That could be a one between Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, along with Andre Iguodala take on Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Serge Ibaka. On the other side, in the Eastern Conference, we got the 8-1 matchup feature the Battle of the Florida rivalry heated up, featuring the 8 seed Orlando Magic take on the 1 seed Miami Heat. It's gonna be Aaron Aflalo take on Aaron Aflalo and Victor Oladipo. Oladipo is in and out in the game, so Nikola Vucevic, Aaron Aflalo, and Victor Oladipo, the young rookie of the Orlando Magic, take on the Big Three, the Dynasty Miami Heat, who request we begin his three-peat, with led by LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Next is the 5-4 matchup, the bitter rivals in the Eastern Conference heated up once again. It is gonna be Paul George, George Hill, and Danny Granger of the Indiana Pacers take on Carmelo Anthony and J.R. Smith of the New York Knicks. That will be the last good one here. The next one is here in Palace and Auburn Hills. We got John Wall, Bradley Beal, and Olo Polar of the Washington Wizards take on Josh Smith and Riff Hamilton along with Brandon Jennings of the Detroit Pistons. That will be another matchup here. And unfortunately, Wizards, we don't have dark blue, so we have the Pistons to use this one here. That should be another one. And last but not least, 7-2 matchup in an Eastern Conference. In United Center in Chicago, we got Paul Millsap and Al Horford of the Atlanta Hawks take on Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah of the Chicago Bulls. And now the NBA playoffs will begin officially tomorrow night. Well, going a reminder, I have to select games, I will have the choice to schedule. I will use the WPS office. So we'll see you tomorrow. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin as the NBA season wraps up. The NBA playoffs will begin here tomorrow, July 30. That will be a playoff, will be game 1. But except skipping for NBA TV, I'll be skipping the NBA TV, only either TNT or ESPN games. That will be playoffs will begin. So once again, this is Andre Kenshin says hello from AT&T Center in San Antonio. We'll see you tomorrow for the start of the NBA playoffs. As it's gonna be a good one here tonight. And once again, this is Andre Kenshin says hello from AT&T Center in San Antonio. It's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night as the Spurs beat the Lakers 103-86. It's time to say sign up, peace out, good night, and thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for another doubleheader. Actually, no, there's no doubleheader. We'll see you tomorrow. I am going to try schedule tonight. I will throw in the description. It will be hopefully we'll find out. So time to say good night and thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for the start of the NBA playoffs. Good night as the Spurs beat the Lakers 103-86. Once again, it's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and we're gonna start the playoffs. We'll begin. Good night and thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for the playoffs. Peace. Enjoy.